Hi, everybody. This is Rita Casey with the Core Training, and we're here today to talk about how to build a profitable team with our checklist to success in hiring. So I am very excited today to talk about this topic. Before we start, I want to make sure that you go to your dashboard and go under handouts, and if you press that drop-down button, you'll see 3 handouts today that will be quite helpful in our presentation, so please be sure to print those out. Also, if you have a question along the way, I will try to take some questions. If I don't cover all the answers, I will get back to you. Tennille and I will send out an email with those answers to you. So want to get started, and I think the most important thing is at the core, we are here to teach you how to make more money, save more money, and give more money. In fact, we just had our summit last week, and I do want to acknowledge that our core community, our 450 plus students, we gave away $12.7 million to charities and paying it forward. So we're very conscious about our rounded life, all 7 areas of our lives, how to enjoy it. But it all starts with how to build a profitable team. And many companies teach team building, but not with the focus of profitability that we do at the core. Because this isn't just about you selling, but we want to make sure what you sell, that you generate and keep the most money with a goal of between 45 and 50% profit, so that you're working less time, having more fun, and making sure that we then pay it forward. So let's get started today. And first of all, it's like, why do we build a team? And sometimes people go, oh, I don't want a team. I don't want a bunch of people. Well, even if it's going to be you and one other person, that's a team. And the reason that is because you cannot work 7 days a week and get out of this success without burnout, without sacrificing the exceptional service you could be providing to your clients. Because having a team helps you do that. It helps you to create time for you to work and stay in your unique ability, which yours is all about relationships and selling. It also gives you the ability to really cater to your clients. When you have systems that you can implement from the core training, then you can delegate, and your clients are going to feel the benefit of consistent touches and appreciation that you cannot possibly do by yourself when you're also out going on appointments, prospecting, listing, and selling. So therefore, you can do more in less time, and that's why you're going to have a more balanced life, and I'm sure that's important to you. So let's talk about that. First of all, let's take a simple example why you need to even hire somebody to help you. And that, let's just say you work 45 hours a week. That's probably a pretty conservative number for most of you. You probably work more. But say you work 45 hours a week and you only take 1 week vacation. If we take that 45 hours a week, that's what you average over 51 weeks, that would give you $22.95, or right at 2,300 hours you work a year. Now, let's say you gross $350. So if I ask most of you, what do you make, you're going to give me the gross number. Well, that's not what you make. That's what you generate. But at the core, we really talk about what you keep. So if we go on the core formula, 50% profitability, out of that 300, you'd net 150. That covers all your expenses that you have in your business, referral fees, things that are paid out off the top. So if we take that 150 that you net in your pocket each year, divided by 22.95 as far as hours are concerned, that means just on that amount of money, you average $65 an hour. That's what you get paid. So when I ask you that, when you acknowledge you make $65 an hour, should you really be like inputting your listing in MLS? Should you go hang a lockbox? Should you go put up a sign? What should you do? Well, you should be generating sales. That's what you are best at. So the reason you want to have a team is so that you can net more money in less time. I mean, just think about it from an example of a restaurant, right? In a restaurant, you have different stations. So you go in, you're greeted by a hostess, a great first impression. Then you have a wait person or a bartender wait on you, and they're used to selling. They're telling you what's special, what would you like? Would you like to upgrade to a brand versus a well? So they're in sales, right? And then your food goes into the kitchen. And what do you have in the kitchen? Well, it's broken down. You have a grill person. All they do is grill. So you come out with these beautiful grill marks, perfectly cooked steak. You have somebody on the cold plate section that makes all your salads, make sure everything is diced properly, the right size. It looks beautiful. It enhances your experience. If you just had one person in the back trying to throw all the food together, it would not be good. It would probably be overcooked. It would not look good. So even in your business, your clients get better service when you hire people to help you. So stop thinking you're the best person to do everything, because you're sacrificing your life and your clients for that very philosophy. And that is only because you're in fear. And I'm here to tell you that if you work in your highest and best use, you will always generate more sales. You will generate the money to build a team, and it will be something that will make you feel better and also all your clients. Because if you look at this, here's the daily ideal work week. We've covered this in many seminars. This is what you do. You have theme days. We broke it down to make sure you meet new people, you stay in touch with current people, and you keep developing deep relationships with your clients and important people. Those would be the theme days across the top, from your 50 favorite people to update your clients every single week. And as you can see in these general time blocks, you have a daily team meeting we'll touch on in a little while. And then you're in it. You're in sales. You got power hour. You're making all your outbound calls, filling up what we call our greatness tracker, which is a lead sheet. And then you're out on those appointments. If you don't have appointments, we supplement it with, guess what? More calls, more sales. We have you going home on time 3 nights a week and enjoying your family, and then having a day off on the weekend and by appointment on the other day. So yes, this is doable. Yes, we've been coaching this for 18 years and it works. So we want you to stay in your number one job, which is selling. Therefore, we have to talk about, wow, okay, so what do I need to do? First, you got to surrender and say, yes, I am willing to do this. We have the systems and structure and checklists at the core that we give you to show you how to set everybody up. We're going to touch a little bit on it today. First of all, we call an RP1 is called a Real Estate Partner 1. That is your administrative person. That's the first person you're going to hire so that you can do more. Because again, remember, you're making $65 an hour and up, and you shouldn't be doing a lot of these things. So an RP1 helps you execute your schedule. They basically do everything you shouldn't be doing. So they have a lot going on as the first person on the team. Because a lot of people say, well, what is that person going to do? Refer to your handout, the Real Estate Partner 1. Then again, the 3 duties: execute your schedule, execute the database, the top 50 list, the birthday program, and they're also the listing manager and the contract to close manager. Again, they're basically everybody in the beginning. So they're going to help you when it comes to your schedule. They're going to go to that time block. They're going to book appointments. They're going to be the first person to answer the phone. And they're going to use the checklist of what to ask, how to set it, and book those appointments for you. Believe it or not, when you let go of your appointments, your life gets better. I know you think you're the best, but trust me, we will put more structure in it by having your RP1 set your appointments. They're going to print your daily schedule. It's on your desk when you come in, along with your folders that you need in order to accomplish your appointments for that day. So it saves you time in the very beginning. They're also going to execute the database, because right now that is critically important, that you are staying in touch with your clients, because the dynamics of real estate are changing. A lot of online, a lot of discount, and the way you counterbalance that is by having great relationships. So they do all the monthly mailings to your farm area, to your database, and they also help schedule events for you: happy hours, client parties, birthday and gift programs. So they're helping you cater to your clients instead of you doing that and taking time away from what you should be doing, which is prospecting. Now, they also help you execute listing and contract to close checklists. So we have checklists and that help you to make sure that everybody that decides to list their property with you and from contract to close, they have not just the checklist for the tactical things that have to be done to process those sides of the transaction, but also the wow touch points. So making sure that what shows up on your schedule, from an honor call to congratulations when their loan is approved with a little gift to a pop by, all those kinds of things are very structured out. So this is how you maximize your time. No longer will you walk in the office and wondering, you know, how your day is going to progress. It's time blocked. Your RP1 fills it in. You show up. Your materials that you need to accomplish the daily calls, the checklist, who you call, are on your desk so that you call, write your notes, check it off, and hand it back to your RP1 so they can input that into your database. So by having that person, there are a lot of activities that they can do and will do to help you cater more to your clients. So this person is more detail-oriented. Great place to look for people like that, or maybe some people that work at the desk at the bank, administrative people, maybe even some folks in some type of retail that do a little bit of selling, but mostly are, you know, processing the sale for you. So you can find those people around. A lot of times it's great just to send a letter out to your clients, letting them know exactly what you're looking for. But you want people who are very detail-oriented and can handle those things for you, all right? So let's make sure, and that's probably in the $13 to $15 range in terms of, and again, it's going to vary in terms of area. All right, so the next person that we would hire after having our first administrative person, so there's you, the team leader, the RP1, and then we would go to an RP2. And we're going to show you the flow chart of who to hire, so I will cover that just in a moment. So the RP1 job description, RP2, let's talk about that. That basically is a salesperson. That can be what we're commonly known as a buyer agent, all right? So there's a little twist to that, which we'll cover in a minute. But the Real Estate Partner 2 works all buyer leads from, you know, listing ads, internet, open houses. And if there's somebody personally you want to refer, the biggest caveat here is just because you have an RP2 doesn't mean you never show property. That is so wrong. What we teach you at the core is when we set your dashboard, if you say, you know, you want to, depending on how much you want to make, we set how much you need to net every single month. And until you hit those net numbers, you can't give out any buyers or sellers. You have to hit those. But be careful, because you want them to let them work cold leads. That's part of what they get paid for, is because they have to warm that lead up. Your personal warm leads and all those people should stay near and dear to your heart. If they are heavy connectors, meaning maybe there's a friend of yours that's an HR person or somebody that can help generate more referrals for you, you work those relationships, never jeopardize those, okay? And then also you work them if that's what you need to do in order to hit your numbers. You sell a listing, they turn around, they got to buy in a pretty short period of time. Those are things you can do, all right? Now, number 2, they show property and negotiate contracts from the cold leads that they're listing. And number 3, they also prospect. So you teach them how to make some calls, get out and network. And they also, too, fill out greatness trackers and help generate some leads. But you're also supplementing those through your listings and your cold leads that are coming in. Now, at the core, we also have the opportunity of having what we call really the RP2, which is a salary plus bonus. So many people put their people on a split. That split should never be over 50-50. Many times it could be with a small base salary, and it would actually be 25-75 to you, not to them. You forget that people, whether they are picking up expenses, they do cost you time and money because you're training them. They're in your space. They use your items. So again, pay is critically important. At the core, we like it, especially if you're working in some high price ranges with some large commissions. People don't just walk into those commissions. I started my career selling $135,000 houses. When I quit selling I was averaging $2 million. That's just not a commission that you should be splitting 50-50 with people. You want to look for people who love to show property, love real estate, but hate the up and down and the got to go out and create their own money type situation. They want stability. Could be, you know, whether it's teachers or nurses or people that like to cater to people but don't truly want to be in sales. You would be able to pay them a salary anywhere from $2,000 to, well, whatever, $2,000 to $5,000 or $6,000, and then supplement with that with how many transactions per month they need to close with a bonus, not a percentage, a bonus, so that they can earn some great steady income, but they don't want the risk for the reward. They want stability, stay out of survival. That is a great way, especially when you're working in the higher commission level, is that's what you want to do, okay? So, again, we're going to go over a little bit more of the flow chart. And if you look at your handout on the Real Estate Partner 2, you'll also see that it goes in a little more detail. So they actually will learn your buyer consultation system. They'll have one. They show all their buyers. They'll hold minimum of 2 open houses a month. They also show and negotiate, you know, contracts. So they have checklists. You teach them how to negotiate. They would attend their own inspections and closings. But their paperwork and their checklist would all be handled by your contract to close coordinator. So everybody coming through your team has the same experience, the tactical experience and the wow experience. And that's one of the benefits to them, is that when they're on your team, they get leads, but they also have to self-generate. But when they get contracts, the contracts are processed by the CC, and they're able to talk to the clients on the phone and continue to keep writing contracts. They would never have that much time and ability to make that kind of money if they had to build their own team, okay? They would also, again, do prospecting, you know, follow up on Lead Tracker. You teach them how to meet business people, call on expireds, and for sale by owners. So again, everybody on the team would be helping to generate leads for the team. All right? So this is the next handout that you have is going to show you the sort of the evolution of how to build your team. Now, at the top, we do have the criteria for our level 3 students that are in our 2-year coaching program. So their gross needs to be a minimum of 300 because their minimum net needs to be about 150 to be in that program. They also have to keep a minimum of 5 listings, have an RP1, and close 3 to 5 deals a month. That's what it takes in order to be successful. In that level of program, we have levels starting at all levels, even from the beginning. The real estate team would start with you, team leader, and it has your 3 job duties: prospecting 4 hours a day, generating 50 leads a month, and closing 3 to 5 deals. Once you're consistently doing that, closing 3 to 5 deals a month, then you have your Real Estate Partner 1. That basically breaks off into, they do everything: your calendar, contract to close, listing, and database management. So again, it's a big job. So never worry, what are they going to do? We have a lot of tasks for them to do. As your team progresses and grows, then you're going to be generating more leads, so you would hire your Real Estate Partner 2. That's your salesperson that you're hiring. That's the person that's going to help you cater to more people, bring more transactions together, and again, their paperwork is processed by the RP1. So then, as we continue to grow, we have the core real estate agent team, and then we're going to wind up splitting the RP1 duties. So as you move forward and you get busier, you and the other RP2, the RP1 position basically splits into a listing side and a closing side. So then those duties can split and can follow. So the listing manager you would have, and then you would also have a contract to close manager. And the listing coordinator obviously does everything around listings. It does the marketing associated obviously with all the listings and database management. And the contract to close person would handle your calendar, transactions, and some of the financials for you of the financial forms that are required. So there's a great way to progress as you grow. It's you and somebody to take the paperwork off. Gives you more time to prospect. Wow, more leads? Let's bring on another salesperson to help me. And then they bring more leads, so now you need to split the listing and the closing process. And the key here is a lot of this we're talking into some generalities. Every person you hire on the team should be when you have consistent 3 to 3.5 deals. But it also has to do with your average commission too. We always want to balance it and look at it and make sure that your payroll and then your expenses are not getting out of whack. We always like to look to see, are you in that 45 to 50% profit range? That's what we monitor the core. And the great thing is we look at that every month. So nothing really goes awry that we don't fix and jump on quite fast. Now, remember, when you're looking for an RP2, you can find some other salespeople who maybe they've been in property management, but they really like the sales side of it. In your malls, you can go in. There's people that work kiosks. They do a hard job. They have that little kiosk. They're selling stuff right there on the fly. You also can people that are in phone sales a lot of times, whether they're selling timeshare, different things like that. They make great salespeople that you can really train and harness and help you in your business. So that's something you want to check out. So again, here's the flow chart when we really start moving up in production. So we have them at all levels. This one is the one where you have a team leader, and actually the team leader now is, there's 2 people that report directly to them, because remember, we always have to protect the team leader's time, because that's the main job. You still got to stay in the transaction in terms of just from selling and building relationships. So there's a team captain who is over the team, okay? And then we have a personal assistant that caters directly to the team leader. So by growing it this way, you're actually growing it quite profitably. And again, that's monitoring with your P&L. And we will be having a webinar on P&L as we progress through the summer. I do want to introduce you to Marjorie Adams. Marjorie's in Charlottesville, Virginia, and that's really a smaller market than some of your big metropolitan areas. Marjorie joined us in 2008. She was closing 41 units for a total of $14 million and netted just around under $294,000 personally. That's after expenses. Now Marjorie has grown to close almost 100 units a year from 14 to 40 million, and she's netting 500,000. And this is her perfect sweet spot. She loves this. It's the money allows her the ability to put her kids through college, have a fantastic life, and also have a lot more personal time. So we set your number. You know, we don't set it. We find out what you want. We find the number that helps you accumulate wealth, and then we work on building the team to cater to you to get to that place, to make sure it's profitable, because again, it's so easy to get caught up in rewards and accolades, but if we're not netting money, you're not working your way towards retirement. And that is really our main goal, is let's get you financially responsible and ready so that you have options down the road. I know somebody asked me on questions where the handouts, those are under the handout line item on the dashboard on your webinar screen. And if you press the arrow, the drop down button, it will print out. There's the 3 PDFs you can print out and review. The good news is you'll also all get a copy or a link to this replay so you can watch it again. But I did want to share with you Marjorie Adams' flow chart so that you can see over the last 10 years how Marjorie has built and developed her business. We're just looking right now at the center part, the operations, and this one is a very interesting one because she does have a salaried RP2. So Marjorie being the team leader, as you can see, listings and buyer meetings, managing the team, writing 2 critical things to learn the heart, which communicates and keeps her in deep relationships with her clients. She's in charge of getting current client referrals from her clients when she does her Tuesday update calls and staying in touch with her people. She negotiates all the contracts. She does have showing agents, and they show the property, but she does write and negotiate all the contracts. So that's managed because Bethany and also Jacques both have RP2, Real Estate Partner 2 duties. So Marjorie will have the consultation, bring them in, create the recipe, the showings. They do all the boots on the ground work and come back, and Marjorie writes that contract and negotiates. That's another great way to run your business, and they're paid salary plus a bonus. And she's in charge of her calls and her attending her happy hours. And then Jacques and Bethany, as I just talked about it, Jacques splits the duties because he's very good in marketing. He also takes some time off of Marjorie's schedule by attending home inspections, manages her website, and does her virtual tour. So that allows Marjorie to stay in her lane creating leads. She has her closing coordinator, Bethany, and then Randy being the RP1, as we talked about before. That's all in charge of Marjorie's schedule, events, marketing. So as you can see, by having other people on the team, we're only growing it as you grow. We're growing it as you have the money to pay, which will take the scary part out of it for you. It's still going to be a little out of your comfort zone, but if you can just focus on this operations section right now, you can see how you will stay in that high best use, because that's how you generate the leads and the money. That's how you cut back on your schedule. The wear and tear of always showing everybody out there property, because boots on the ground, it takes a lot of time, all right? So this is the pathway to changing your schedule. Now, team meeting forms, we included this for you where, 9 to 9:15, there's a 15-minute meeting in the morning just to cover where are we with how many leads are coming in per month, or where are we to hit our listing goal and our buyer contract goal. This is the pipeline meeting where you literally spend an hour once a week going through the details. What are all the closings? Any issues? What are all my active listings? What's the next listings that are coming up? And then tracking the leads. So then you spend an hour once a week going in detail. And that's how you keep the communication totally together. Everybody's on the same page, and therefore the client has a fabulous experience. Man, did we cover a lot in a short period of time. I want to remind you that at the core, we're here to help you generate more leads, close more transactions, net more money, because we can save you time. I think if you just look at what I talked about, you'll see how our systems come into play. So you can see the results from our students' schedules and also from their flow charts. I had to share this with you really quick, though, because we just had our summit last week. And just to look at the difference in people that have been in our 2-year program, their net worth, their cash net worth, very important that we build you financial freedom. That is our main goal, is up 76% in 2 years. Income is up 32%. So these are tactical programs that truly work. And for people that have been in 5 years or more, oh my gosh, their cash net worth went up 323% and income 71%. Because what happens is, the first couple of years, it takes a little while to surrender and get the systems implemented. And what the great news is, though, once you do that and you move through this program, it just gets better and better. You see the vision. You say, wow, now I can see how I can work less and make more money. So if some of you out there are brand new, just starting, some of you may be doing, a lot of business, 20 million, 30 million, 50, whatever, we have one day we just focus on how to teach you how to get more leads. Because getting more leads in the competitive world of where we are today with iBuyer and everything else is important. One day in Dallas, you can come. It includes registration, materials, your lunch, happy hour, meet the coaches, really get face-to-face, ask questions. We have a side for real estate and a side for mortgage lending, and you should come. One day in Dallas will change how your business runs. And you're going to need more leads and more market share, people, with all the competition coming out. Also, we did not have all the handouts that I have for you today. We have everything from a video introducing Marjorie's team, so you can say, wow, I don't want to be somebody that just hands off people to the team. You want to see how to really educate them, and it's fantastic. We've got Marjorie's video along with a couple of the other checklists of what your team members do. You can get that by just emailing thecoretraining.com. and chat with our trainers, and they will send you that. So if you really want more information on building a team, we've got it. You just got to email us. All right, I'll go back one more time, thecoretraining.com, and get in touch with us. All right. Also, I wanted to remind you guys, we're continuing this webinar series for the rest of the year. Go ahead and sign up for the rest of them, because when you sign up, if you can't be live, we send you the link. If you don't sign up, you don't get the link. You can watch it over and over if it's something you really want to focus on. But I'm going to teach you the one simple form to make sure you're making money. We're going into June, halfway through the year, and if you're not where your money wants to be, you need to sign up. Get on my webinar. And remember that here at The Core, we help you make more, save more, give more in less time, and enjoy your life. So take action now. Kendra Cook, our head real estate person, and myself are here to help you. If you're doing over 10 million, we're happy to set you up with a free consultation with one of us. Ladies and gentlemen, don't wait. Don't let the year go by and not hit your goals, not learn how to leverage for your clients, not just for you, and take action. Thank you so much. We'll see you next month.